Hello, everyone. Chris here with Leeloo. Thanks so much for being here. Happy Tuesday, April 9th, 2024. For those here and around the world that had the chance to check out the eclipse yesterday, uh, hope you guys got to watch it and enjoy it. Um, I got to watch it, so it was pretty exciting. Um, I see some people are showing up. Good to see you guys. A lot of familiar faces. So, want to definitely welcome you guys, Adres, USA, John Cafe. Good to see you guys. Thanks for being here. If you guys give us a thumbs up on the video, I can also do a count how many people have been here total. So that would be great. So please give us a like on the video and also say hello in the comments so I know who is here as well. So, and if you're visiting or hanging out with us for the first time, definitely want to welcome you and thank you for joining us. This is just a great time to connect. Maybe you're new to Leeloo. Maybe you're thinking of trading with Leeloo. So, what a better time than come in and hanging out with us for a little bit. This will be a great time to ask any questions you may have about Lilu, no matter how basic or how entry level it is or how advanced it is. Now, what I always say is this is not the time to ask very specific questions about your specific account. So, for example, questions to ask is like, hey, you know, what do you guys consider, you know, when you qualify? What are the next steps? Right? That's pretty good. Um, but what we don't want is for you to be like, hey, my account 124-555. I did this on Tuesday. This happened. What is so that's very specific. And without having the information in front of me, without diving deep into your account, without me looking to what kind of account you have and all that, I may give you the wrong answer because not all accounts are equal, right? Oh, there are different types of accounts. They all have different things going on. So we want to be sure we give you the best answer. So anything very specific to your specific account, the best thing to do is to email support@leelutrading.com. Anything that's in general that can apply to anyone in specific, we want to. You're welcome to ask those questions here. So, and because we're making the switch to Rise and onboarding with Rise, this is a great time to ask some questions. Rise works. We are excited about that as well. So. Also, we have some changes on the days of payout request, and I'll be happy to go into why we made those changes to Saturdays. It's actually going to be better for you, for the traders, not so much for me, because now I have to work on Saturdays more. But good for you guys because it's going to limit the downtime from your payout request to the time you can start trading again your performance account. So it's going to be really good for you all. So, all right. Well, we got about 17 people here. So, guys, if you can give us some thumbs up, that would be great. I see we got about 5 thumbs up. And this would be a great time to ask questions. So, if you have any questions, this will be the time to do it. So, I know there's a lot of questions out there because I get them all the time. So, please go ahead and ask now. This is the great time to do it. We're on here. So, how long we stay on here will determine how many questions we got. And so, if nobody has questions, then we don't have to stay very long. So, but let me go over some stuff. So, first of all, if you currently have a performance account with Leeloo, today you should have received an email, an invite to join RiseWorks. So please be sure to do that. Please be sure you look at your email, your junk email, also, and be sure that you're taking care of that stuff right there. So that would be great. All right. So let me do here 1 second. Okay. All right. So, okay, sure you guys can see. Okay, good. Um. All right. So you're welcome to ask any question, but let's not ask questions about discounts. So today I will not be doing any special discounts. We already have two sales going on, so won't be doing that. So DJ, sorry about that. No, no specials from today. We already got several things going on. All right. So Sam says, "Can you have more?" I can't read that because it's the heart is blocking it. There we go. Can you have more PA accounts with Leeloo? Okay. Hey Sam, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Sam, how long have you been trading with Leeloo? Or do you have any accounts with Leeloo, or are you a current trader with Leeloo? Samuel? Andreas, no. We are moving everything to Rise, so Rise is gonna be all we use. Ransom says, Chris, is Rise the only payout system you don't pay throughout normal bank wire? Ransom, we are not going to be using anything besides Rise. So we will only be using Rise Works. So, all right, Samuel, so you've been with Lily for 5 to 6 years. Cool. So your question says, can you have more PA accounts with Lilu? So how many? I'm trying to understand that. Are you saying can you have multiple performance accounts? The answer is yes. You can have up to 10 performance accounts active at one time. Does that answer your question? Renzo read that already. Carl says, so what are the chances that Q come with Rise integration other than Monday to Saturday of the last month? Carl, I don't understand your question, so if you can help me understand that a little better, that'd be great. Let me read it again, see if I can understand it. So, what are the changes? Changes, there we go, that they become with Rise integration other than Monday to Saturday of the last month. Okay, okay. So you're saying what are the changes, right? Okay, so got it. Uh, so the changes are, I think you just had them all. It's pretty much just how we pay out. So actually, I can go over that real quick. So I'm gonna pause Carl there. So Carl, instead of so typically you guys request a payout um by emailing Leeloo Trading, right? So you're not going to be emailing Leeloo anymore. You're not going to email support to request a payout anymore. Okay. So let me write this down while we go. Okay. Changes to Leeloo payouts process. Okay. One, no more emailing support. Two, go to Leeloo new dashboard to request payout if eligible. All right. So, for example, if you go to the Leeloo dashboard, which is what I'm showing on the screen here, all right, guys, if you can, everybody, hold on 1 second. So, no more questions. Just hold on 1 second so we can cover what Carl asked. He asked a good question. So I want to be sure we get answer his question real quick. So hold on to your questions real quick. So Carl, if you guys will go to this website, it's called leelootrading.com/account. Log in there. Okay. If you have a PA, you have to have a PA to log in. Once you log in, you will be able to see your account. For example, here's my fake account. So you will be able to see your account, how many trading days you have, if you meet all the requirements or if you don't meet the requirements, and what the issue is. Okay. This is where you're going to request your payouts going forward on the last Saturday of the month. Now, if your payout falls on, like, if you're on a 10-day payout or 15 days or a weekly, it's going to be to the nearest Saturday. So if it's Thursday, you're going to wait till Saturday to request your payouts. We are only processing and accepting payout requests on Saturdays. So if you're in the traditional once a month payouts, it's the last Saturday of the month. If you're on a 10-15 trading day or a weekly account, you're going to be doing it to the nearest Saturday. Okay. So, all right. That being said, you got Saturday's payouts. Got it. So now you log into that website using your A member credentials, not your Rhythmic credentials, your A member credentials. And then once you log in, you'll be able to see your account. Now, in this case, it says you can't request a payout until you signed up to our payout provider, RiceWorks. But once you do sign up, and let's say that it's the last Saturday of the month, all right, here how it's going to look. You're going to simply get sure that you have all the requirements. For example, let's see here. So this one won't qualify because I only got 16 days out of the 30. But let's say this one, I got 16 days out of the 15. I got my profit target, and I'm good with the 30 trading days. Good. You're going to see where it says request payout right here at the bottom. It's not there yet because it's not Saturday. You're only going to see it on Saturday. Be sure you do it before 5 p.m. on Saturday, okay? All right. So you're going to be able to request your payout on Saturday. You're going to hit that button, and then it's going to ask you how much you want to request. It's going to tell you already the minimum, the maximum you're eligible for, pretty much, and it's going to say a couple more things, and that's it. All right. Now, I want to point out something very important. So please, if you're watching, please pay attention to this part, okay? Because we have a lot of questions about this, and I want to make it clear. Regarding the flipping rule, so the 30 rule is pretty basic, right? If you're above the 30%, you don't qualify. If you're 30% or above, you do not qualify. You got to be below 30%, okay? So that's a hard rule, simple, straightforward. Regarding the flipping rule, notice how this account, so ignore this, imagine that I have less than 30%. See how it says flipping rule? I'm a 6%. All right, it says, and please read this carefully. It doesn't say you're not eligible. It's not in red, okay? It just says payout subject to staff approval, okay? So on Saturday, when you request a payout, Saturday night, I'm going to be, my team and I are going to review this. And anybody that doesn't have a flipping rule, like for example, like this one here, is pretty much just going to get approved. We're going to double check everything, just to get sure the numbers are right, just to get sure there's no system error, you know what I mean? But that's, pretty much set to go unless we find a system error or something, like, it says you don't really, let's say, for example, the only time it will get declined is if you don't have the balance, right? But assuming you do and everything's correct, then you're good to go. Now, if you have this flipping rule payout subject to staff approval, we're going to manually review each of your trades, right? So if you typically trade X and now suddenly in one, like in this case, it's one day, you have a different scenario, we're going to look at that and compare it, okay? So, so understand that. Same thing here, So the flipping rule, just because you have that, it doesn't mean you're not approved. It also doesn't mean you are approved. It says payout subject to staff approval. It all means that we're going to be looking at your trades, every single trade you've taken, okay? So in this case, he has 18 trading days. We're going to look at all 18 trading days, and we're going to compare from day 1, 2, 3, 4, what's the difference, what happened. It doesn't have anything to do with your account balance, okay? It has nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do, it has everything to do with your consistency, all right? And that's what we're going to be looking at. So if everything's good and we don't see that you're trying to just get a day traded for the purpose of trading, then you're good to go. We're going to approve that, okay? If you are worried because you do flipping, which means that you're just trading to try to get a trading day going, then yes, you should be worried. Then we're going to email you back. But don't worry, we will work with you in the sense of we'll tell you, okay, here's the deal. You've been flipping. We're going to, give you a chance for the next payout. Here's what you need to do, and we'll walk you through all that. All right. So, all right, let me go and answer any questions. But again, let me define. Somebody just asked, what's the term flipping means? Flipping is real simple, Disco. Real simple. In the way that we look at it at Leeloo is do not trade your account just for the purpose of trying to get a trade day counted, okay? In other words, here's a good example. If you go to the gym and you go work out, okay, and you do your exercises, right? You went to the gym, right? That's true. And you worked out. But let's say you go to the gym and you go inside, you sit down, you get some water, and then you leave. Did you go to the gym? Well, technically, yes. But did you really go to the gym? No, you didn't for the purpose of the gym. The purpose of the gym is for you to work out. Same thing with here is if you're trading, if you go into a trade with the purpose of trading, we can tell the difference compared to you go into a trade just to get a day counted so you can have and meet your requirements, and then that's not going to fly. So that's the flipping situation. And and so don't let this number freak you out because the system sometimes cannot tell, which is why it says payouts to subject to staff approval. Excuse me. Okay, does that make sense? All right, let me answer the questions here. So I'm going to go back to where I left Carl off. So Carl, let me know if I answer your questions. Um, so what's going to happen after you request a payout, and let's say we approve it, then you're pretty much set. I'm going to contact Rice. We pretty much give them the money. They send the money to you. That's it. Pretty simple. So also, because we move payouts to Saturday, payout requests to Saturday, what's going to allow that to happen is on Saturday night and Sunday, I have time with my team to review the payouts, push everything, get everything ready, and get everything ready to rise by hopefully Monday. But by that time, we hope that you will be able to start trading by Monday. So if we run into an issue, we will email you. But once you see the account deduction going, you're good to go to start trading on Sunday night. So you're going to have almost no downtime from the next time you can trade. So, Carl, let me know if I answer your questions. All right. The next question I see is Ikara says, I passed an evaluation. Well, we don't call it an evaluation, we call it a practice count. Received the email this morning, but I didn't know about the Saturday payouts. I can't do Saturdays, but I'll leave it there pending in case the payout window gets modified later. Um, okay. Icarus, so this is a very specific question specifically to you that does not apply. So please email support. So this is a question that you need to email support. Not going to go into your private life, so please email support. Carl says, has in what else changes the rise? Okay, Carl, let me know if I answer your question. Okay, that Renzo says rise payouts, they take fees. I don't believe so. So should not. You should, but you can. When you fill out the process, they'll tell you, but I do not believe so. So no. Alma says payouts are every Saturday. No, payouts are not every Saturday. Payout requests are on Saturdays, depending on the account that you have. So if you have a traditional account, it's the last Saturday of the month. If you have a 15, 10, or weekly account, it's the nearest Saturday. So, but for most traders, it's the last Saturday of the month. And it says still 30 minutes trading days before payout. Still 30 minimum trading days before payouts. Andy, again, it depends on the account you have, but if you have probably a traditional account, all traders need 30 trading days to request a payout for their first payout. That's majority of the cases. Unless you have a weekly or a 10 or 15 trading day one, that's correct. You need for your first payout 30 trading days to request your first payout in the last month, Saturday of the month. Tudo says, do we still need to submit the WA Ben tax form? Tudo, no, you do not. Everything's going to be done through Rice. Rice will do all the paperwork, all the taxes, all the stuff. So you would go through that process with them and they will handle all that. Disco, I think I already answered that question. If I didn't, please let me know. Sala says, I just signed up. It's simple, but payout only on Rice or can be PayPal too. We haven't done PayPal in years. So we don't do PayPal payouts, Sala, and it's only going to be through Rice. Rice only. Rice only. Only Rice. Got it. All right. Ed TV says nobody will flip on a personal account. True. Thank you, Ed. Ed, thank you so much for saying that. I'm so glad you said that. Ed, all we're trying to do is we want traders to treat these accounts like if they were their own personal accounts. Like you just mentioned, nobody will go on a Friday and they only got like 1 minute because they have to leave. They're not going to go into a trade real quick and get out just to take a trade, right? That's dumb. So Ed, thank you so much for saying that. Adri says trading 3 micros on trade one and trading 10 micros on next trade, is that flipping? Adri, I don't talk specifically about that. What I would say is that we can tell based on your trading habits. So if you do that every day, we can tell your habits. So I'm not going to go into specific about what is flipping, what is not flipping regarding the micros and the dollar amount and all that. So it's let me put it this way. It's like you telling me what is a blue car. I can tell you when I see a blue car, but I couldn't describe it. So I know what a blue car looks like. So we know what a flipping looks like, and so we know when traders are doing it. So Roger says, when will 15-day payout enhancer be made available in bundle offer for bigger accounts? Roger, I don't know. We change things up all the time, so can't tell you when the next sale will be, what will it be, and what it will have. So Carl says, yep, thank you. That's a good thing with the Saturday. Yes, it is, Carl. I think it's going to be great. Carl says, any fees involved with Rice? I don't believe so. Carl says, also, what specific does the percentage number mean next to flipping? Yep. So it's that percentage of flipping days based on your trading days. So for example, this one says 6%. That's 6% of your 18 days is flipping. So you got to keep it under 5%. So of true flipping. Now, if you don't really have true flipping, that doesn't matter. But if you have true flipping, it's just a number that we can talk to you about your scenario. And guys, again, I want to emphasize flipping should be the last thing you worry about if you're not flipping. Okay, so just because you see this, it doesn't mean you're flipping. All right, just want to make that clear. So I'm going to pause here for a second. I'm going to drink some water, and I want everyone to listen very carefully. All right, let's take a break here. I'm going to drink some water, and I want everyone to listen to the next words I say. Okay, everybody with me? Here we go. Just because you see this, it does not mean you are flipping. Okay? Just because you see this, it does not mean you're flipping. All this means is that, hey, you might be flipping. Our system cannot tell the difference. We need a human, and the human is going to check if you are flipping. That's all that means. Which is why you see it doesn't say rejected. It doesn't say no. It's going to allow you to request a payout subject to staff approval. Okay, I'm going to repeat that. There's some that are black and white, and there's some that is a gray area. The flipping is going to be always a gray area because the computer cannot tell. We need a human. Humans will tell, which is why we need a human to review. So this is black and white. Do you have more than 10 days, 10 or more days? Yes or no. Profit target, do you have more than 1,000? Yes or no. 30%, are you under 30%? Yes or no. The flipping, the computer cannot tell. We wrote some programming to give us a red flag, but we will have to manually review. Regardless, whether you see this or not, just FYI, whether you see this or not, we manually review them anyways. We check for flipping every single payout account. So if you see that, don't freak out. If you don't see it, don't freak out or freak out. That's it. We manually review each and every one of those. Okay, let's continue. Let's see where I left off. Tudo says, okay, thank you. Tudo says, I got the email today to Rise to, so I'm going to follow the process. Thank you. Yeah, there's a video that I made, so please be sure you take your time. Do not make anything incorrect. Nan says, is Rice working in Cameroon? I don't know. There's a list. You can go to leelootraining.com, go to support knowledge page, and the knowledge page, there's a list of traders that are countries not eligible there, so you have to check there. NY says, where can I find the Leeloo new dashboard? I already mentioned it in the chat, so you can look, but it's pretty simple. LeelooTrading.com/account. Also, check your emails and every single email that's going out. So, so please check for that. You can always email us support@LeelooTrading.com. We'll be happy to give it to you. Amma says, oh, okay. Any plan for a 10-day, 15-day payout edge enhancer? We already have a 10-day, 15-day payout edge enhancers. We already have that. The question is whether it's eligible for certain account. So that depends. Let's see. Okay, Amma, you're welcome. Yep. Michael says, okay, Chris, I like the LE accounts while I'm learning due to the lower monthly fee. I took advantage of the awesome promo on the LE accounts this last week. Do I have to activate each one if I qualify? You don't have to. Hi, Michael. Thanks for asking. Good, good, good. I'm glad you took advantage of that. That's awesome. You don't have to activate them right away. In fact, if you see the updated email you got, once you get approved, it says, hey, if you're ready to activate it, activate it. If you're not, then don't do anything. But if you start the process, like, select the account and then you pay, then it's going to be activated. So please just wait. If you're not ready to use them, do not activate them. So, and you can put them on hold. And if you have more than 10 PAs, like number 11, don't activate it until you don't have 10 active PAs. DJ says, how about create an edge enhancer that allows traders with LB accounts to be able to take a payout every 50 days? DJ, we already have those edge enhancers. In fact, we have the 10 days, 15 days. The question is whether we make it available for traders during specific times. So, which is why it's very important that when we have a sale, we have a promotion, or we have certain edge enhancers, those edge enhancers are not always going to be there. They could be there today and tomorrow they could be gone. So I encourage you guys, when you see something on sale or something that you like, to take advantage of it. It's not guaranteed that it will be there the next time. Like right now, we have some great deals with the $90 lifetime PA fee. That's not going to be there forever. Same thing with $119 PA fee. That's not going to be there forever. So just like the 1 day to qualify, it won't be there forever. So we remove those, we add those, we make things around. So I encourage you to please take advantage of those when they are available. We did run the 10, 15 trading days edge enhancers in the past. They're no longer available at this time. Emma says, okay, Michael says, oh, can I work on building one account and if I lose to activate the next account? Yeah, Michael, you can do that. So if let's say you buy 10 accounts, you qualify all 10, you don't have to activate all 10. You can activate one, then another one, and another one, however you want. This guy says, when you have multiple PAs, then some may swing trade and some scalp. Disco says, I've noticed my scalp PAs are flagged more. Disco says, flagged for flipping, I mean. Yep, Disco, I just went over this. Again, it means nothing if you're not doing anything wrong, nothing to worry about. Now, keep only the days you trade counts as a trading day. So just remember that. Emma says, okay, is the Rice email coming only if you have a possible payout? No, the Rice is only coming if you have an active PA. Michael says, I understand. Thank you. Chris, you're welcome. All right, awesome. Good job, guys. That was great. So a lot of good questions. Again, I want to be as clear as I can, so I'm going to pause here for a second. I'm going to drink some water, and I want everyone to listen again, once again, about the flipping rule here. All right. Got my water out of the way. Just because you see this, it's not good news, it's not bad news. We need a human to look at it. That's all that means. Now, if you have been flipping, in other words, you've been taking trades just to get a day counted, then yes, it will apply to you. If you're not, no worries. That's that answer. Before we go forward, does anyone else have any questions about flipping? I want to be sure we get that one out of the way. I know, listen, from your point of view, I understand like, oh, I don't understand it. So I want to be sure I made it as clear as humanly possible for you guys so you're not, too worried. Now, who should be worried is those people that are only that take a trade just to get a day counted. If that's you, Yes, you should be worried. But don't worry. When we email you, we're going to work with you. We're going to tell you what you need to do so you can have a chance to request a payout the next time. Okay. So, can everyone here who's watching, all 40 people watching, can you guys let me know that you understand you have no more questions about the flipping rule and then all this? All right. You can give us a thumbs up or you can write a comment just saying, I got it. I got it. Just right. I got it. Okay. Let's see. I got it. Flip and rule work on practice account. Got it. Okay. Idris, currently, we do not track your trading behavior on a practice account. Why? The reason we don't call them evaluations is because we don't evaluate them. We call them a practice account. All right. You may be buying a practice account to try different things, and maybe you happen to qualify. Maybe you are trying to qualify. So, right now, the rules for payouts do not apply to practice accounts because the traders may be using them for different purposes. What I will say though is if you are trying to qualify and you're trying to get a performance account and you want to be successful in your practice account, in your performance account, you should trade the same way you trade your practice account. Or you should try to trade your practice account the same way you plan to trade in your performance account. People that tend to trade differently tend to not do well. Okay, so DJ says, why only 4 hours on certain promotions? The sign up window often has passed for many of da 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 and about to extend to midnight. Da, da, da. Okay, so DJ, we have multiple sales. We run sales different times of the day, sometimes a week long, day long, hours long. There's different methods to that. So thank you for your input. Michael, all right. So, Chris, essentially the flipping is to prevent, say, someone from going max account contracts, getting a big win, and then going, logging it afterwards each day to for 30 days and opening and then closing. Michael, so yes and no. So, yes, that is one of the reasons, but there's other reasons also, correct? So, but yes, that's one of the reasons for sure. Okay, Andrew says, got it. Daniel, what's going on? Good to see you. Daniel in the house says, hello, Chris. Hope you're doing well. I am doing well. Thanks so much. So, Michael, yeah, so that's one scenario, right? And that's one obvious scenario. So, yes. But, Michael, just to be clear, there's other scenarios that with different plans, So, a trader will trade 4 days and then, the fifth day is fake or whatever. There's so many different scenarios, but that's definitely one, right? That's a very obvious one, correct? And that's all we're trying to prevent. When you get moved into a copy account, we can't have you scared. So in other words, people that tend to do flipping days are scared and they're trying to protect their profits. Well, that tells me that they're scared. When you're scared, it's you're over leveraged. You're doing something wrong, right? And you're not going to probably make it in the long term. Okay, it's like you're constantly scared to get in your car and drive. Like if you know how to drive and you're a driver, you need to drive. Now, do you need to be cautious? Yeah. But if you're a driver, you need to drive. So if you're a trader, you need to trade whenever trading is. Now, I'm not saying in any means or way that you need to trade every day. I don't trade every day. So that's where people say, okay, well, I want to get my payout. See, when you focus on payouts, I promise you, based on data, you would tend to do not very good. So what we're trying to tell traders is, look, if there's not a setup based on your setup, it's not there. Don't trade. Don't trade. That's fine. Okay. Don't just go and try to trade because you need a trading day. Don't trade. Long term, think long term. It's going to be better for you. I don't trade every day. I used to. I used to trade every single day. I don't now. So the other thing is if you have your setup, great. If it's not, go on, move on, go do other things. So I'm telling you, long-term success. There's a correlation between traders that can control themselves, that can not trade, and people that tend to do that tend to do better. So, but yeah. And listen, I know and I understand because I've been there. So I remember when I started that I had whatever profits I had. And was I scared to take the next trade? Yeah. But you know why I was scared? Because I was over leveraged or I was gambling. But when you have a system and you trust the system in the long term, it should be successful. Short term, everybody loses, everybody wins. Now, if you're the person that can't control your losses and you have to win every day, you're going to lose. Those are the people that tend to lose everything in one day. So, anyways, thank you for this comment. So, Emma, she says, I like the driving analogy. Thank you. Michael says, really helpful. Thank you. You're welcome. Yeah. So, guys, this is really to your benefit. I know it may not seem like that, but Jody's a trader and I'm a trader. We've been trading and we have learned, we have gone through the emotions, we have gone through it all. I am telling you, not based just on my and her experience, but also on data, on the traders that do well, not for 1 year, but for multiple years that have done well in the long term. They will tell you the same thing. They will tell you that they don't trade every day. They will tell you that they need to only trade when it's their system, their setup, whatever the strategy is there. If not, they walk away and they know how to lose. Trading, you're going to lose. If you think every day is a winning day, you're 100% wrong and you don't know anything about trading. You will lose, but you don't have to lose everything in one day. That's the difference. Some people can't accept losing. All right, Taxley says, new to Leeloo. Hey, man, welcome. Glad you're here. Says, but experienced in other... I can't see that. Sorry, I have to type in something. Okay, there we go. Sorry, the little heart blocks it. But experienced in other prop firms. What is flip and rule? Okay, Taxley, glad you joined us. Welcome to Leeloo. First of all, I do want to be clear. We're not a prop firm, just so you know. But hey, that's cool. All right. So I just talked about this actually quite intensively. So honestly, Taxley, I just honestly just want to be upfront with you. The best thing to do is to go back and watch this video because I went to it pretty intensely multiple times for a long period of time. So, so please go back and watch this video. All right. Now, I don't mind repeating it, but we're just going to keep going in circles because somebody else is going to come in the next 5 minutes and ask that same question. So please go back and watch this video very carefully, okay? And it's going to answer that question for you. All right. All right. So, guys, we had a great session today. Any other questions we haven't covered? If we have covered, I'll let you know so you can go back and watch the video. If we haven't covered, this is a great time to ask. All right. So, great questions today, guys. So please, if you are just joining us just now, just join us in the last couple minutes. We went over a lot of stuff, so please go back and watch this YouTube live. It's very beneficial. You can probably start, 5 minutes in, the first couple minutes is just saying hello. And I did repeat a lot of stuff because I wanted to be sure we go over it over and over again. So, and I think I did because a lot of people finally didn't have any more questions, and they got the flipping stuff going down. So, um, yep. So DJ, real simple. When it's a 4 hour sale, you can see when the post was created and the post was put on. So when the post started and was posted, it's 4 hours from that post. Taxley. Okay, let me answer that question, Taxley. So this is my accounts. They're fake, meaning they're not. I mean, they're real accounts, but I just did them to use them as examples. So there are certain times where we provide 10-day trading, 10-day payouts, 15-day payouts. Also, after your first payout, you only need to have certain trading days. So this is what that is. So here you can see I bought the Edge Enhancer for 15 trading days. This one I bought the payout every 10 days Edge Enhancer. So with that, I don't have to wait, until the last Monday, also the last Saturday of the month, rather. So they're not by default. No, they're not default. The average person has to have 30 trading days for the first payout, and after that, they need 10 trading days for that month to request a payout. And Taxley, if you're new to Leeloo, highly encourage you to check out Knowledge Base. Go to leelootrain.com, go to our Knowledge Base section, or email support if you have any specific questions. We'll be happy to answer those. Emails support at leelootrating.com. All right. So cool. All right. Last thing is if you already have Rise, oh, when you get an invite from us, you're joining our team. You don't have to go through the whole onboarding process. You're just joining our team. So, um, Salah, I don't understand your question. Can you explain? Um, Salah, yeah, sorry, I don't understand your question. Yep. Thank you so much, TJ. I hope you have a great day too. All right, guys. Well, don't have any other questions. We'll call it a day here. Let's see what we just came through. Is it possible? Okay, Sam says, is it possible somewhere to answer questions in Spanish or only support? Support, Sam, please. Ransom says the flipping rule you calculate is what is it saying? The flipping rule you calculate it every new payout period. No, it's the lifetime of the account. Silas says 30% rule. Uh, the 30% rule is real simple. Your your best day cannot be 30% or more of your account balance. So there's here I'll share this thing with you here. So give me 1 second. If you go to trading leelootrain.com, go to support, go to knowledge base, type in 30%, for example. Um, and you'll get this link here. Just check that out right there. There we go, Salah. I'll put the link there for you. Awesome. All right, guys. Yeah, there's plenty of deals going on today, so be sure you check those out. Rudo says, how is flipping rule calculated? Sorry, I hopped in late, so you already covered. Apologize. Rudo, no problem. I don't talk about how it was calculated because it's not calculated. Rather, it's reviewed manually by humans. So please go back and watch um, where I talked about that. So I go into it deeply. So I know we just had another trader ask that as well. But I literally just covered that for like 30 minutes. So please go back and watch this YouTube live. But just so you know, it's not calculated. It just means that humans have to do the review. The computer can't review it themselves. So please go back and watch that. All right, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thanks so much for showing up. Can't wait to talk to you guys next Tuesday. Um, Great questions. If you have any other questions, I highly suggest you email support at leelootrain.com. I suggest you do not go to Discord or social media to ask questions there. Why? Well, you can get the wrong answer. Okay. Not saying that people will give you the wrong answer on purpose, but they may not know. Or they may be thinking about their specific account and they don't know what account you have. They don't know what edge enhancer you may or may not have. They don't know your scenario. When you email support, the support team can look into your accounts. They know exactly what you have and don't have and can actually tailor their answer to your specific scenario. So please email support at leadertrend.com. Give us 48 hours to respond. We try to get to all the emails. Also, only email us one time. When you email us multiple times, thinking you're going to get a faster response, it actually delays you. It puts you to the back of the line each time. We had a trader that didn't get a response from us for like 5 days because he kept emailing us multiple times. So each time he got sent to the back of the line, 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 to the back of the line. And then I'm like, then he wrote a really bad review. And I looked at it and I was like, well, dude, you kept putting yourself to the back of the line. It's like you're waiting in line to get your food. You're ordering your food somewhere or some restaurant, whatever, or you're trying to make a payment at checkout. And every time you write an email, you get out of line and you go to the very back. And then you go, and then every time you write another email, you get out and you go to the very back. So yeah, so don't do that. It will only delay the process for us to reply to you. Okay. All right, guys. Good seeing you guys. Hope you have a great day. Happy Tuesday. Best of luck in your trading. If you haven't signed up yet, go and register with RiseWorks. You got an invite with us. If you have a PA account, if you don't worry. We'll onboard you once you do get a performance account. But if you have a performance account, you have an invite. Check your spam, check your junk mail, all that good stuff, and go and sign up. If you already have signed up before, all you have to do is just accept the invite to join the Leeloo team. You don't have to go through the full process for that. All right, guys, take care.